Hi guys, it's a big warm welcome to my viewers right around the world. This is the tennis world. This is the tennis world with a tennis expert. I am your tennis expert. Excuse me about that, guys. Excuse me about that. What I might have to do is, because of that bright light, I might have to switch it a bit around. Sorry about that, guys. So anyway, let's do this, guys. Tennis world with tennis expert. I'm your tennis expert. And guys, like, come on. This is the Australian Open quarterfinals. First, I just want to preview like Alcaraz Djokovic, because I know that's what most people want. And I'm just going to give people what they want, because some people might not be interested in the others and they won't want to wait. But the others that are interested in all of the quarterfinals, they can stick around. So Alcaraz Djokovic, second quarterfinal Australian Open 2025. Sorry, guys, if I keep saying 2024, but anyway, it's the 2025 Australian Open quarterfinal preview. Djokovic, Alcaraz. I just think in this match, what we're going to see is, like, first of all, I feel like Alcaraz, like, if you compare Nadal and Djokovic, Nadal has a better forehand, but Djokovic a better backhand. I feel like Alcaraz, he almost has a Djokovic backhand, and he definitely has a Nadal forehand. So I feel like when you compare backhand to backhand, Djokovic, Alcaraz, I feel like they're about equal. Djokovic might be slightly better. But if you compare their forehands, Alcaraz is like way better, right? So then that overall gives him more offense and more power. Then when you consider like other ways like touch shots to win points, to be attacking, like the drop shot or the net play, I feel like Alcaraz is also better there. That's offense. So then now we've established Alcaraz has more offense. Defense, who's better? Alcaraz is younger, so he's faster. So then when he's got better offense and better defense, it's hard to not win. But then I would say Djokovic might have a bit better return, but Alcaraz's return is still amazing. And the thing that Djokovic does on the second serve return, how he attacks people's serve, Alcaraz also has that, right? Alcaraz also has that, definitely, guys. So, and this is not much of a difference. So any area that Djokovic is like very, very strong in, right? I just think like Alcaraz is also strong, and then but the big difference is Alcaraz is faster, better net play, better drop shots, and a much bigger forehand, and just better offensively and defensively. And Djokovic is a bit better on the backhand, bit better on return, but it's only a few percentage points. But overall, Alcaraz is better offensively and is better defensively. And then again, the other thing about the age, I would say this, like the fatigue, right? If they're going to be really pushing each other to like an elite level, like we've seen in the past, where it could be like 4 or 5 hours of excruciatingly long rallies, two guys pushing each other to the limit. You got a 37-year-old and a 21-year-old, right? You got to think the 37-year-old is going to run out of energy, and he's going to get tired and exhausted first. And I just believe that could also play a big factor. Alcaraz being faster, Alcaraz having more offense. Like, there's a lot of reasons to give this to Carlos Alcaraz, I would say. But the one thing that, like I said, Djokovic is a bit better in a couple of areas, but it doesn't make up for all of this. But there's one thing that I would say that is going to decide this match, right? Alcaraz, the Djokovic is clearly better than Alcaraz, right? Alcaraz goes for it a lot and makes a whole bunch of errors sometimes, and goes for the lines more and is inconsistent and is less patient than Djokovic and less ability to build a point. We saw in their match at the Olympics, Alcaraz went for it and he hit 4 unforced errors in one tiebreaker and 3 in the other. And 7 of the 14 points Djokovic needed to win the 2 tiebreakers were given by unforced errors. So Alcaraz is sometimes going for it more, hitting more winners and hitting more errors than than Djokovic. But the extra errors, and that could be a big difference, because on consistency, Djokovic is a lot better and Alcaraz definitely hits more errors. So if it's just like a few more errors and a lot more winners, then Alcaraz wins. But if it's one of those days where he's hot and cold, I believe Djokovic would be too consistent from him. But if Alcaraz is consistent himself, he's got more power, he's got better defense, he's got better drop shots and net play. And then the things that Djokovic is a bit better is just the backhand slightly, the return, the serve, just slightly in a few areas, but it's not enough. But if Djokovic can be more consistent and Alcaraz is going for it, hitting a lot of winners and a lot of errors and is more inconsistent than Djokovic, that's something that Djokovic could really use to get him over the line here. But then I believe if they're all completely even, considering all this, the physical level, the two guys playing their best, pushing each other to the limit. Once it gets to a fourth or fifth hour, the 37-year-old won't be able to keep it up, and then their level is going to be maybe good in the fourth or fifth hour, but not what it was early in the match. But Alcaraz, being younger, can keep that same level of intensity throughout the match. I believe that will get him over the line, and I believe the fact that he's better offensively and defensively too, leaving Djokovic with no place to go. But Djokovic still has a chance if Alcaraz is going for it, too aggressive and hot and cold. Then, like he was in the Olympics, particularly in the tiebreaker, if Djokovic is at his best, the same time where Alcaraz is hot and cold, then Djokovic can win this. But I'm going to say overall, on the balance of probabilities, with being better offensively, being better defensively, being younger, if they go 4 or 5 hours, Djokovic is likely to get tired and he's not. And then even the experience, Djokovic being great under the pressure moments, but Alcaraz also. Like, based on all of that, I just have to give it to Alcaraz because he is better offensively. Their backhand is similar. He does have a much better forehand. He does have better net play and drop shots and is faster. And then even if Djokovic matches him and it goes hours, he's going to beat Djokovic in the endurance battle. And if they're close and they're pushing each other to their best, that means it's going to be like a fifth set. And that means it's going to come down to who's the best in the fifth hour. The 21-year-old's likely to outlast him. So Djokovic would have to be a lot better and win this match quicker. And I just don't think he'd be able to run all over Alcaraz like that. So I'm going to say, yes, Djokovic can win if Alcaraz is going for it a bit hot and cold like the Olympics, while Djokovic is playing his best level. But I'm just going to say, because Alcaraz is better offensively, better defensively, and even if they're equal, he's going to outlast him. I'm going to say Alcaraz in 4 sets here. What Djokovic will try to do is what he does against Nadal. Go to the backhand more. Go to the forehand hard and deep like he did in the Olympics, like he's done to Nadal, and try to rush Alcaraz on the forehand, not give him enough time to set up. Deep returns, deep rally balls, serving well and getting control of the serve, attacking second serve return to the back line, and controlling and rushing Alcaraz on the forehand, not giving him time to set up. He can't just be a rally player because Alcaraz is just going to overpower him, right? But that's his sort of way, and be more consistent than Alcaraz and hope Alcaraz is a bit hot and cold. But Alcaraz's way is he can overpower Djokovic and have more offense, and also at the same time be better defensively. And then know even if Djokovic matches him, it'll come down to who's the better in the fifth hour, and he's the younger guy. And I'm just going to say, too many shots, too many options. And then even the best case, Djokovic matches him, and then it comes down to who's better in the fifth hour, and he's the younger guy. And then even the thing you would think Djokovic would be much better, pressure moments, big moments. Alcaraz won a fifth set Wimbledon final against him. In Madrid, it was a tiebreak to decide the match at the end of the third set. Alcaraz won that tiebreaker. Yes, in Cincinnati, Djokovic won a tiebreaker and the 2 tiebreakers in the Olympics. So they're sort of 50-50 on the big moments. So I can't really give an advantage in the big moments to Djokovic, but I can give it an advantage to, if it gets to a fifth hour, the younger guy is going to have more energy and maintain his level. And I can say Alcaraz is faster, and I can say Alcaraz has got more offense. So I'm just going to say Alcaraz is going to win the match for these reasons. So Alcaraz in 4. The other one, Tommy Paul versus Zverev. I think Zverev is going to overpower Tommy Paul. Too big a serve, too much power. He's going to shorten the points. Paul will never get rhythm, will never be allowed to get in rallies, and he'll be overpowered. I'm going to say also 4 sets for that one. De Minaur, third quarterfinal. Alex de Minaur of Australia, Sinner of Italy. I believe de Minaur's never won, and they've played many times. They both play consistent rally shots, but Sinner has more power, so Sinner controls the rally, stands in the middle, and de Minaur is always running, and they're always rallies that Sinner's in control of. And Sinner's just going to boss him around, and Sinner's going to win this in 3 or 4 sets. I'll say 3 close sets, but it could very well be 4, especially with the Australian crowd. Last quarterfinal. Let me just confirm this. I'm pretty sure it's Ben Shelton. I know it's Ben Shelton playing against Sonigo. Yeah, that's it. We don't know the schedule for Wednesday, but let's just say this is the last quarterfinal. They're just big serving power guys, lots of tie breaks. I'm just going to say, a part of me wants to say Sonigo because he's got a bit more experience, but I just think Shelton just has a bit more flair and ability to hit amazing shots and ability to outserve Sonigo and ability to attack the second serve and come up with amazing return winners, amazing winners in the rallies. And even though he's less predictable and he's less experienced and there's more things that can go wrong, he over has more talent. It's 50-50, but if he's hot, he'll win. If he's not hot, Sonigo will be the more experienced. But I'm just going to say, if they're both at their best, he'll blow Sonigo off the court and do the same thing Sonigo does, but better. So it's 50-50, but it depends because he's unpredictable. On a great day, he can blow Sonigo off the court, but most of the days he just doesn't have the experience and won't be consistent enough. But I'm just going to say, if they're both at their best, he'll win because he's better than Sonigo at his best. So I'm going to say 5 sets for Ben Shelton. So our semi-final should be Carlos Alcaraz versus Alexander Zverev, and then Jannik Sinner versus Ben Shelton. Be back on like Wednesday night or Thursday, because their quarterfinals are Tuesday, Wednesday. So after the quarterfinals end on Wednesday, but Thursday, depending on where you are in the world, come back for my semi-final preview, where I'll preview the semi-finals as soon as the quarterfinals end. Depending on where you are in the world, it'll be Wednesday or Thursday, depending on your time zone. But please come back for my semi-final preview, which I'm going to say is going to be Alcaraz, Zverev, Shelton, and Sinner. So be back for that, guys. Subscribe, bell notification, thumbs up. Please be back Wednesday, Thursday for my semi-final preview. Subscribe, guys. See you guys Wednesday or Thursday for my semi-final preview here at the Australian Open. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being with me, guys. Bye for now and come back for my semi-final preview. Subscribe, bell notification, thumbs up. Thanks for being with me. Bye for now and enjoy the tennis.